Hello everyone. Today's video is going to be pretty much using a lot of Resiners products. So, from the air purifier to the double-standard mixer to this beautiful mat, the resin itself, and they sent me another product today. The Resiners Airless Pro. This is the latest model, and let's see what we have. I'm going to open the box and put it on the floor, and then we'll take this piece right out and show you. Oh, it's packed very well. I can get it all out. There's a cover. The reason I'm excited about this piece is because it holds more mixing bowls or resin containers. It's got a bigger base. Comes with your instruction manual. Oh my gosh, more cups. I was just saying I need more of these cups. I was running low. And the power cord. And nice box. I've got a warranty here. There's my warranty card. Where art and tech meet. So I will have to put this on their website and register it for the warranty. I cannot see exactly what it's good for. We'll find out. 12 months. 12-month warranty, an entire year. So I'm excited about this. And that's why I chose the 3 different elements to put in the resins, because I could have 3 separate cups in here at the same time. So that's exciting. Let's flip this over. All right, there is the mastermind of it all right there. And look at this. Look how deep this is. 3 cups will fit in this perfectly. Look at that. That's a nice. That's oh, quite a bit bigger than the original debubbling machine. So I'm going to put this box out of my way. Sit down. Let's skim through the instruction manual quickly and see what they have to say. So we have our 12-month warranty. So our control buttons, you can control 5 minutes, I believe, or 9 minutes. The older one goes up to 9 minutes, but it's got the auto timer, 3 modes switch, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and 15 minutes. That's different than your power button and your pause button. So our power port is right here, right there. And when you're using the machine, you want to be sure your power port is set in the machine and closed up, so that will seal any air from getting in or out as it does its job. And then of course we'll need the power cord, and that's a nice long cord, so that will reach where pretty much a good area in my craft space here. But let's see, that's a nice long cord. So we're good there. Now before we set this up and get to going, whoops, oh, didn't break it, it was heavy. I am going to get situated and mix up my resin. And I do have the dual head mixing machine, which I absolutely love. And let's just get our molds ready. They're here. I cleaned them up. They had a little pink and a little green and a little glitter in there, but we'll be using those. I've already took out my 3 cups, but those are handy. Thank you, Resiners. So the cups only go up to 8 ounces, and when I've done these elephants before, they take approximately 6 ounces each. 2 a little more than 6, 1 a little less than 6. That'll give us 18 ounces. But I'm going to go ahead and do 20 ounces because I have another project on the side, and we might have to pour that and debubble that one when I get ready to go. So this bowl here, it goes to 20 ounces. So what I've done, instead of mixing in 2 separate bowls, I'm going to pour my A to the 10 ounce and then top that off with the B to the 20 ounce. So it's 1-to-1 part resin, and let's just go ahead and get that in. I want to put my gloves on. I will wear my mask that I wear all the time when I'm mixing resin. It's very important to do that. I've got a timer because I usually mix for 5 minutes. It's just a little cheap kitchen timer. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. So let me put my, oh, wouldn't you know it? Just clean this room to avoid hair. So here is my 3M ventilator mask. So I'm going to put this on, go ahead and pour my resin, put it in the mixer, and I will come back to you without my mask so we can talk. And my glasses are on because you do need eye protection, and I wear cheater glasses anyway. So here we go. Take my A. It's got a nice spout on it too that doesn't drip. And I'm going to go right to the first line at 10 ounces. Perfect. Look how that drops right back in there. I'll still wait the little lip anyway here. And I'm going to go to my B. Oh, that is a lot. So I'm going to bring my mixer out, bring it forward. It's rechargeable, and you just set your resin under whichever mixer you want, the big paddle or the little paddle. And I'm going to turn this on, and I will bring this down slowly all the way. It's got several speeds, and I'm going to time that for 5 minutes. Then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've mixed this for 5 minutes, and look at that. There's hardly a bubble at all to speak of. Now I'm going to move I just put my paddle in a plastic container to let that continue dripping, and it's nice because they're silicone and you can just wipe them off. Now let me get to the cups. Got 3 cups here. This is an older one. We can put the glitter in that one, I guess. But I'm going to put the inclusions in. I should have grabbed the scissors for the flakes. Well, that's gotta, well, I still need to cut that off. Let's get some flakes in. I'm going to get the inclusions in first before I add the resin. So that way I can kind of measure it out with the inclusions already inside. Okay, Billie, get that. But look at that. That's a clear resin as it is. Some of these are chunky, but let's just see what happens. I'm going to pour maybe, I don't want it solid flax. I just want bits and little bits. Should have chopped it because I want to be able to see beyond the flax, and we'll see how clear and bubble free that turns out to be. Okay, same with the glitter. I'm not going to put a lot of glitter in. This sure is pretty. Let me get the shaker top off of here. Look at this mat. I love this other side of the mat. You can have it whichever way you want. I've got this on the right. I can lay my tools on. They can drip. I can gather up the drippings later. Put them in my, what I want to say, my scrap bin. Well, I'm not sure how much glitter. I'm going to add a little bit of clear glue to both of these to be sure they don't sink. Once we get everything in there, and then oh, I was going to put the glitter in that one. Doesn't matter. I could open up a new one. Get a new cup, Billie. Here's one right here. I think you've used it before, but it's pretty clean. Pretty clean. So let's put some micas in there. Now this I want pretty solid, the mica. But I want to see. Let's see, where's this? Here's a. Actually, you should just mix your mica with a little bit of resin first. That's so pretty. And then we'll get it in the machine. So, if I can already have glitter in there, I can pour about 6 ounces in here. See what we have left, because I have the other project on the side. I want to make black resin, so I'm going to go 6 ounces. Whoa. 6 ounces there. Back you up a little bit. 6 ounces there. Oh, I was going to stir that first. Hang on. We'll catch that one in a second. Let's go to the glitter. 6 ounces there. Let's mix all these up. Oh, I'm pouring bubbles in galore on that, and aren't I, with the glitter? So let's mix a little bit of this mica in there. I didn't need that much resin to do that, but oh, that's pretty. I can't see where you are on the camera. It's pretty high today. Look at that. Oh, and I have, just like we all do, incorporated a bunch of bubbles just by mixing this up like that. It happens. Could mix a little slower, but we have probably 45 minutes to play with before this starts setting up. So, you know, minus 5 minutes I've already spent mixing. And then we're going to go for 5 minutes, I think, in the debubbler. Get some of those out. I have more paper towel over here, always handy. Have that paper towel handy. Let's get another stick. And I do use the wood sticks. They're layered with resin. They're not going to incorporate more bubbles because they're, you know, they're already coated. Now I'll put the glue in after these come out of the debubbler machine, but oh, those are going to look pretty together. 3 different elephants with 3 different inclusions. That's going to be gorgeous. Okay, and then we'll mix this one. There's another stick. And this is our glitter. We might add more glitter. That's pretty. If I can get it from the bottom of the cup. And just mixing that itself is going to incorporate bubbles. All right, now let's see what we can do. Should I add a little more glitter to that? Oh, I think that's quite a bit, actually. I think we should be all right. So, wipe that one off. Set that aside. I'm going to pull the machine over here a little closer to me. Let me wipe my gloves off before I get it all covered with resin. That's what happens. I put a bag over my mixing machine, and I did have my pure air on. I shut it off. I didn't want to. It's not loud. It's not loud by any means. I'm louder. Oh, look at that. So I want to be able to tilt the camera, maybe lower it. You give me a second. I'm going to lower this, and we will. This is the one I broke. I'll get the last bit of use out of it. Maybe it's not going to let me. And if I come here, tilt it, I have to go all the way down. We're going to see. Okay, there's the base. I hope that's all right. It's plugged in. I'm going to lift the lid. Better hold the base. Get these 3 in here. Oh, that's going to be lovely. What I will do eventually is I'm going to get a piece of old silicone mat, and I'm going to cut a circle and put it at the bottom. These are, quite full. Sometimes it's been suggested you don't, fill those containers too full. But let's get this back on here. And I'm so glad it holds. My plug is in. There's my power button. It's flashing 5 minutes and off it goes. I can fast forward this. Let's make sure you get a good view. Come down a little bit. Oh my goodness, look at that go already. That glitter is really full of bubbles. That, big bubbles. There's quite a few in the flakes too. Maybe I could turn this and let you see that. I'm still wiping my hands off. For some reason now I have glitter on everything. Turn that around, look at those bubbles. Quite a few. We have 3.5 minutes to go. Uh-oh, pause. There is a pause. I overfilled the glitter. Well, that's the lesson learned. Don't overfill your containers. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to pull the glitter out. Let's get the air out here. Unplug it a minute. That's what I did wrong. Should have used 2 separate containers. Look at that. Oh, Billy, you had to blow it, didn't you? Well, lesson learned by me. See if I can get some of that back in my container, because I really messed up there. But look at the power this bugger has. Goes to show you. There. Lots of power. Oh my gosh. Billy. What were you saying? You were going to get a silicone mat? Look at that. Well, I'm being honest. This is what happens when you don't listen to instructions. But let me put you on pause. I'm going to try to get some of that out of here, clean it up, and I'm going to keep going and try to get more bubbles out. And I think then we'll pour. Now my blue is mixing in my glitter. All right. Resiners, you made a good point. I just didn't listen. So that's what happens. I'll be right back. Okay, wasn't that something to behold? I'm going to quickly, I've got just a tad bit glue, tad bit of pure glue left in here, and I just need a couple of sticks. I'm going to put it, don't need much, I'm going to put some in the glitter, and I'm going to put some in the flakes, and we've got to pour, because I wasted valuable time, Billie. And this is the see no evil. Okay, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. I'll just double stick it. Let me mix that in and see how thick that will get. Oh yes, it is. And warm. Oh, that's my spoon from trying to get that. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to pour you quickly. Hope that, look at how thick that glue makes it. It's crazy. Hopefully I have enough. I don't know. Oh, I could make some resin paper maybe, because there's going to be extra. Look at that. And I'm going to squish him a little bit. You never know, with me anyway. But resiners, I learned a great lesson, so thank you very much. I hope you forgive me for this presentation, but I don't want to start over. Look at that big old glove. Let's throw it in there. Just enough. Look at that. Just enough. Okay, you're good to go, little mister. Let's stir this one up. This has the glue in it too, because I'm sure the flakes will want to, you know, settle. That's thick. Look at that. Looks like jelly, eh? You're going to go into this one. And I've got to hurry. But I got a lot of bubbles out, that's for sure. Let's see what happens. Look at that. I just wanted these three little elephants to be cohesive, you know, to kind of match as a set. Oh, there's a big bubble there. Oh, Billie. You have to watch that playtime, because it can slip away from you so quickly, and then this is where it ends up. I gotta squeeze that. All right, I'm gonna get the blue in here. Move you a minute. I'm not gonna put these on any kind of curing machine, mat or anything. Look at that. There's no bubbles in there. Oh, that might be a fleck of mica. Oh, that's a beautiful color. I am a blue person. I do like my blue. And I've got to get going because the rest of that resin is sitting there. Ooh, why did I just say that? And look at all them that came up. I'm going to spritz that. That's the mica doing its thing. Okay, so what I wanted to do with the rest of this, and I don't have enough to fill it, I don't think. I may. I'll be squishing these here. I should have done it earlier. Let me move these out of the way. I'm going to cover these and let them set overnight. And I'll watch for any more bubbles to come up. And in here, this is all that's left. That's not a lot. I'm going to have to make some more. But I'm going to put a little black in that, use it in my other mold, and clean up this mess, because this is a mega mess I made. And I'll see you tomorrow. All right, look at me. I'm a mess already. Bye. Well, hello, I'm back. These have sat overnight, 24 hours plus, and I'm ready to demold. And I must say, I had a heck of a mess cleaning up all that glitter. But done deal. I did get a lot of bubbles out. Let's see what these look like. And I realized these are matte molds, so they're not going to be shiny. But I will fix that. I'm going to cover them with some polyurethane wood varnish, which works great on resin pieces. It'll bring out that shine. Just hope I didn't break any parts in here. Ooh, I do love the looks of these molds. They're cute as can be. This is a speak no evil. Look how I attract hair in this house. I'll wash my molds. First of all, I usually take some shipping tape, strapping tape, and that cleans your molds pretty good to get excess resin off. Oh, look at you. Your ears are clear. Now, there is speak no evil. I have to sand that little piece down there. It's a little rough, but a little bit on the ears, but they are cute. You really can't see the detail yet, but I'll fix that. So there you are. Look at this beautiful blue. Oh, I love this color. Let's see if I can get all of you out of here. These are very squishy molds. And they're quite popular at a craft fair. Oh, you are gorgeous. A little bit of glitter in the top of his head because I tried to scoop some of that blue out too when I overfilled my jars or my cups that overfilled in the debubbler. But I'll say that debubbler is one powerful machine. So, big lesson learned on my part, and I hope I can relay that to you. Don't overfill your jars. Anyway, oh, his trunk is fine. Look at this one. I could have not used so much glitter or flakes, but they are a nice set. I'm going to clean them up. Bit of the bottoms, sand this rough spot down, and I'm going to paint the eyes, and then we'll get some clear varnish on these and bring out the color. Look at the little tail. Oh my goodness. These molds even show the skin. They're darling. Anyway, let me get these cleaned up and I'll be back with a little bit of paint and varnish and we'll finish these up. Well, these are cleaned up now. I did the bottoms and I'm ready to do some eyes. So I just pulled out a brown Sharpie, a black Sharpie. These are the ultra fines. Got a little piece of paper to the side and some white, just white acrylic paint and a toothpick. So their eyes are quite small, but I want to be sure and put a little white in the corners of these. So I'm just going to open up my paint, and with my toothpick I'm just going to very carefully put little triangles in the corner of the eye, just like that. They're pretty distinct in the mold, so you shouldn't have too much trouble, you know, depicting them. But I just want a little white here. You can be sloppy, it doesn't matter, we're going to fix that. didn't get all the way in there. There we go. Sometimes I have to do this a couple of times to get it right or the way I want them. But not much is going to show, but as long as it's there, makes me happy. So let's just get a little bit in there like that. Should dry pretty quickly. Probably get a little bit more here. And sometimes I wipe it off and start over. Okay, just like that. Now let's take my brown Sharpie. Sometimes you have to put the tip down on it, and you can hear it crack because it gets a little dry. Just put a little pressure on it. It will open up the ink again. Now I'm just going to start at the very top of the eye and make a circle. You won't be able to distinct between the black and the brown, but you know it's there. And I have, there we go, right under that eyeball. I'm going to make that as big as I can. Just go around the mold. And I'll cover up some of that white, which is fine. That's the intention. Actually, if I would have colored the whole eye white, the brown might have showed up a little better. Let's do this one. I do see some bubbles, and of course I was not able to finish this flakes in my debubbling machine because of course I didn't follow directions and had a heck of a mess to clean up after. Now see, I rounded that off where just a little white shows. I don't know if you can see that very well. Okay. Now with the black marker, I'm going to just do the entire edge all the way around the eye. So we'll highlight that. And I will be covering part of that white. Let's make sure it shows. Just like so. Around the bottom edge, around the pupil. Actually, I could make the pupil black. You're not going to be able to distinct the color change though, but that's okay. Get that right in there. I have a hole, a bubble right there. Let's get that covered up. All right. So the white is showing. They look nice and round. Could round this off a little bit right there. And then I'm just going to take my toothpick again with the white, and I'm going to put the dot of life in them. And you want to put them in approximately the same place. I'm going to go high like that. Same place on this, on both sides. And see, one's off, one's straight ahead, one's off. So I'm going to wipe it. Wipe that off and lower it just a little bit and bring it closer in so they look about the same. There we go. I bet I was out of frame when I did that. I bring the camera up close and then I tend to reach out, so my apologies. Now the fun part. Because these were matte, and I really wasn't thinking throughout this whole video. I was not on top of my game. So what I have in here, this is wood polyurethane, and I just have it in a squeeze bottle. I have 2 of these squeeze bottles, and they hold together they hold a quart. And this is your wood varnish. And there's something else you can purchase with for your resining pieces. It's called oh gosh, something gloss. But I just use this. It's cheaper and it works on resin just fine, and it dries fairly quickly. So let me move the camera that way, so because I tend to lean out when I work. There we go. And this is just a soft brush, and I'm gonna just put this on the entire elephant, or all 3 of the elephants. I did do the eyes on the other 2. So they just need the varnish. And when this dries, you will be able to see, you can tell already, see how that gets rid of the matte and brings out the glossy shine. Probably should have had a different brush. I'm going to go over the eyes, but I want to make sure they're dry before I do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover this little fellow up all the way. Don't know if you can see the change, but we will, I promise. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these up. I can call them finished. And I will take some stills, and you can see what difference the gloss or the varnish makes on these little babies. And they're so cute. Oh, I love these molds. So once again, I need to thank Resiners for sending me that beautiful debubbling machine. And I have to ask them to please forgive me for not following directions, but I was able to show what actually happens when you don't follow directions and you overfill your cups of resin. So until next time, everyone, take good care. Enjoy your day. I'm sending big hugs. Bye.